Good morning everyone. In this video I'm going to be analysing EU and DXY to see what day trading opportunities there are. You're going to see my analysis and strategy, so if you want to see that then stick around. Let's get started here on the daily chart. Just to note, on the top here is EU, on the bottom here is DXY. Going to analyse them both at the same time so we can focus on the opportunities. So far today what we can see is that EU closed out bullish previous day. We had a nice bullish candle, and the same on DXY, we had a nice bearish candle. We've got the previous daily highs and lows on both. We can see that the previous daily high buy side liquidity has been swept already this morning, and the same with DXY, of course. The previous daily low has also been taken. What else can we see? We can see that we're kind of continuing this trend, whether it's a pullback on a higher time frame, trend on a lower time frame, into the daily order block on DXY. So now on the 4 hour, what we can see, as per my previous videos, we've got this bullish order flow happening. We've got high lows, high highs, high lows and high highs. Obviously we mitigated this, pulled back to a discount, and now we've continued up back into this premium. So you can see today where we've swept our previous daily high, and the candle seems to be closing out as a sweep of that buy side liquidity. We've got our 4 hour fair value gap below, which, as this note says here, is a draw for price because it's an imbalance that is yet to be filled, and it is down in the discount. So this is a discount POI now, good area to look for buys in the future once we get to that point. We don't know when exactly. This previous daily high sweep may not result in us pulling back to this area. However, just something to note, it's a great area to look for buys later on in price. We have a fair value gap here on DXY, which was actually partially mitigated, unlike EU, for price to pull back to and do the same. Just to note, obviously we've completed this 4 hour fair value gap, but this is also a 4 hour order block, right, which may hold price. We don't know which point, but it's available there. We also have more downside available for this unmitigated high time frame POI draw. So we've got this bearish trend at the moment on the intraday timeframes, 1 hour, 4 hour, and we're pulling back possibly to this area. This area may be attracting price. Now, what do we see here on the 1 hour? We are working within this bullish leg, right? We came to the discount, found some support, consolidation, created a new internal bullish leg, right? As I set up here, weak high for low holds. This would be looking like a weak high now, right? Because we've created a new bullish leg, broken this internal high, and we are pretty much in the premium of this leg and this new leg, okay? We've got a very subtle 1 hour order block here, and we also have a very obvious 1 hour order block in that same position on DXY. So this is a point where possibly price is going to pull back to and continue with its trend. Of course, we have our high time frame price draw here on the 4 hour, which could also pull price lower into a discount of both legs. Not to confuse you, but obviously this is an internal leg because this is the external leg. So you don't have to pay attention to the premium discount of this leg, but it's just good to note. Of course, again, we can see the buy side liquidity has been swept here and we closed out as a rejection on the hourly. So what I'm seeing is it looks good that they've both got POIs on the 1 hour here that may be good buy areas, of course. So those are POIs to be aware of. You can clearly see the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low trend going on here. On DXY, we actually closed below that previous hourly low with the 1 hour candles. We didn't on EU. That may show more intention on DXY that yes, it wants to continue lower. You can see there's been internal sell side liquidity sweep as well from DXY, which is sponsoring that pullback. We don't know how far that pullback is going to go, but we have our POIs labeled. So let's go down to the 15-minute and discuss the opportunities I see today. So let's start off with the opportunity I already have marked out. That is where the 1 hour order block is currently. Same with DXY down here. There's a 15-minute order block within that. We had our 15-minute breaker structure to the upside, which is here. Right, continuing the order flow. that's been happening, right? Our high highs and high lows. The negative confluence, of course, is that we've taken buy side liquidity. We've taken previous daily highs, swept internally before pulling back, and of course, we're in the premium. However, as I mentioned, we have our inducement, we have our break of structure, we're following trend and order flow, and this is a 1 hour OB, 15-minute OB with fair value gap. We also have this high time frame price draw as another negative if price wants to reach lower. But of course, we have that trend on our side, and we have the matching confluences on both EU and DXY. So that is the most immediate buy opportunity that I see today to continue this trend. I have this 15-minute order block up here from the past just marked out as a possible resistance. That would be a good area to take profit, or you may see price pull back, and you want to be aware of that pullback before entering, just so it doesn't catch you by surprise and cause any emotions. What other opportunities could we have? Well, of course, now we've taken buy side liquidity, we've swept internal as well. So we swept that Frankfurt high in London. We've taken the previous daily high, and price is in a premium. So we may see, of course, price break down, whether it be taking these lows or not. So let's say it breaks down, takes these lows, we could pull back to a POI if we leave one behind and continue lower into this high time frame price draw here. Now that's the immediate sell opportunity I would see from this. Of course, we also have now this 4 hour fair value gap, and if price were to come into this area, I would want to see price create a structure, maybe sweep its low, break the high, and pull back to whatever lower time frame POI we may see to possibly continue the trend. So those are the opportunities I see. This one's the most immediate one. Obviously, you have to be aware of your negative confluences. I have a little note here just to remind me while I was thinking about this opportunity. Again, sales look good too because we've taken buy side liquidity. How much that'll sustain, because we've got these negatives with the 1 hour order block and 15-minute order block. So we don't know if that will be sustained or not, or if price will actually break through that area and it'll have taken some sell side liquidity. But what's important is seeing that corrective pullback and that structure break, same as we're seeing here, right? It's a inducement and a corrective pullback. So it gives you some confidence that the buy side liquidity isn't running the show just yet. So that's what I see. And then of course we have the high probability buys from down here in the 4 hour fair value gap if price starts to create structure and then turns. So I hope you got value from that. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you need me to explain anything in the comments, and I'll see you guys soon.